Welcome back to LPB Racing. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and we hope you enjoy the content that you're about to see. LPB Racing presents the LPB WTCR Championship. This is round 2, race 1 from NURBURGRING 24 Hour. Hi everyone, and welcome back to LPB Racing for the LPB WTCR Championship Season 2 here on GTSPORT. This is round 2 of the season. We are here at NURBURGRING 24-hour circuit. Yes, we are not just doing the GP circuit, we are doing the full 24 hours with the Nordschleife. Absolutely going to be insane, this race. So let's take you through the grid here for race 1. So we have Bidster on pole position using the medium tyres. So remember, he got pole position in this one. So Bidster as well running second place weight in the championship. TY with Super Softs in the Subaru in second place, with Techno third on the medium tyre. We have Neil Farmack in fourth in the Scirocco, Super Softs for him. Mediums on Domingo's car in fifth in the TT, good for him as well. Woo Woo in 6th, with his teammate Red Bull in 7th, and the two BMWs both on super soft tyres. We've got the Atenza of Will in 8th, with Rodders in 9th in the Lexus, again on super softs. We've got the two Evos next, 10th and 11th, with Seek in 10th, Stevie in 11th, but Stevie is on the medium tyres. We've got Firepower 12th on the medium tyres as well in the Scirocco. We've got Blakeney 13th on the Super Softs in the Lexus. We've got the TT of Steve Paramore on the medium tyres in 14th. Thundercats joins us in 15th place. And we've got Jamo in 16th at the back with the Subaru on the medium tyres. So then, let's get on with race 1 here. Remember, the grid for the first race is actually done via a qualifying as well. So a good qualifying there for Bids with the weight on. Very impressive. So here we go, lights on the tree. And we're away, and the front wheel drives are going to struggle here like they usually do at the start of the races. And TY gets an absolute blinder. He's already gone in the Subaru. Techno up to second place to the hairpin at the first corner. Very, very hard first corner here at Nürburgring. Oh, we've got a massive lag from someone at the back, and everyone trying to fold their way through. Nice and carefully there. We go through the hairpin. Rodders gets a bunch of power on sideways out the corner, and Domingo and Stevie make up places there. All down to the other bit as well. I think TY was the one that's disconnected there. TY got an absolutely amazing start and disconnected straight away. So Techno takes the lead in the Mazda, with Red Bull and Woo Woo, the two BMWs, giving chase. Bidster after his phenomenal qualifying with second place weight on as well in 4th place. Neil Farmack looking on the inside of Will in the Atenza. The front wheel drive's finally getting up to speed here after the awful starts that they have because of the front wheel drive, because the front wheel drive's got to pull themselves off the line. The other cars can just propel themselves off the line. So on the GP circuit, still going up towards the Schumacher S. Everyone taking a lot of inside curb there, and then switching back to the other side. Jam up to 10th from the back of the grid. Obviously the four-wheel drive really helping him out there at the start. Rodders with a half-second penalty, but don't worry, Rodders, you've got all race to get rid of that. And because you know, there's only 2 laps here at Nürburgring 24 hours, because it literally is going to be like 7 minutes, roughly 8 minutes a lap. So 2 laps for the actual full distance. So 2 laps to fit in a 15-minute race. Absolutely insane. Shows you the length of this track, the 15 miles of Nürburgring Nordschleife with the GP circuit, the 24-hour version. Through this fast chicane, the fast version of the chicane here at the Nürburgring 24. As over the curb in the background goes Firepower, just losing touch with Blake there, just trying to get back on terms with him. The front wheel drive car much better through the tight corners. Thundercats there in the Hyundai. That's one of the other cars that could have run this season but didn't get allocated. So Thundercats doing a one-off appearance here, and good to see him out on track with us. So we've got Techno, Mazda, Red Bull in the BMW. Right behind him now. And we've got Woo Woo with Bidster and Neil Farmack on the back of him as well. As we look further down, you can see there. So just so you know, Thundercats is covering for Bradders, who couldn't make this one. So Bidster running on his own in this one for his team, and hopefully Bradders can make it back next time. But we go up to the famous little jump here through the floodplats. Straight through the floodplats. Probably pronouncing that wrong, but never mind. I was trying my best. as Red Bull now right on the back of the Mazda. It's hard to overtake here at the Nürburgring 24-hour circuit. Very hard to overtake, but Red Bull's going to try and make it possible. He's trying to go around the outside. It's going to be a fast right-hander over a crest here in a minute. This is going to separate the men from the boys as Red Bull goes around the outside. Oh, millimetres off the grass. Red Bull to the inside, Techno to the outside, and Red Bull goes through, takes the lead in the race. Techno trying to snap back straight away. He is, but not able to do much at the minute. He's side by side, touching the grass. Woo-Woo's thinking, holy hell, I'm just going to try and follow my teammate through here. Woo-Woo's gone on the inside of his teammate. Oh, trying to follow him through up the hill. Red Bull holds on. Techno, Woo-Woo, Bidster. Oh, that was intense. I thought they were going to try and follow each other through for a minute. I thought the two BMWs were going to try and create a gap and pass the Mazda together, but one gets through. The other one has to wait in line and wait. So top 6, 7, very close together. Seat 1 getting on the back of this group as well. Then we've got Domingo with a whole train behind him. He's got Jamo and everyone else behind. The two Lexuses, the Evo. He's got a massive train behind him. A few people with penalties to get rid of as well as the leaders go through this little complex section now. We've got a little tight complex section down into a right-hander. Off camber on the way out as well. Got to watch out for the car sliding out, but luckily these gripped up GR4 touring cars providing plenty of grip on this surface. There's Bidster with the weight on. Remember, TY had maximum weight on, but he's disconnected from this race, so Bidster now with the heaviest car on track. Woo-Woo has actually got some weight on as well, but doesn't look like the weight's affecting us too much around here. So, because plenty of corners, plenty of slow sections as well, so the cars with weight on aren't really going to suffer as much. They'll suffer on the straight, the big straight coming right down to the start finish, which you know, you do all this effort in the lap and then you have it taken away from you on the straight, but we'll see what the effect is of that. I know it's going to be some kind of effect, but we don't know how bad that's going to be, so we'll have to see later on. Domingo, meanwhile, still in 8th place, still holding up the rest, with Jamo, Rodders, Stevie, Blakeney, and the rest chasing them down. Firepower in 13th on his own a little bit there. Steve Paramore 14th. Thundercat's down in 15th, just having looks like he's had a few offs there. There's a bit of damage on the front of the Hyundai. And not quite enjoying this track as much as you like to, but we'll see how he gets on. Meanwhile, Red Bull under attack from Techno, and then we've got further back Neil Farmack who's passed Woo-Woo and Bidster. Neil Farmack goes through past both of them there, so Neil Farmack moves his way up into 3rd. And Bidster's gone down to 4th there, so I wonder if there was a mistake from Woo-Woo and Bidster that allowed Neil to go through. Highly possible at this track. One mistake could lead you going right back down to the back of the train. As Techno and Red Bull side by side. Looks like Techno's trying to go up the inside of Red Bull into the fast right-hander. Together up towards the right hairpin now. We're approaching the carousel section of the track. Neil Farmack to the inside of Techno. Techno holding on around the outside with the 4-wheel drive. Woo-Woo trying to sneak himself in there on the outside of Neil Farmack. So, is there a gap there by any chance? He's trying to get through there. And we go into the carousel. Around the carousel, famous bit of track, absolutely separates the men from the boys, that bit. Because you can easily get ejected from that banking. And also Will's past Bidster now, so looks like Bidster's weight's finally starting to kick in now. Because remember that section leading up to the carousel, it was all uphill. So Woo-Woo and Bidster feeling the effects of the weight that they're having to carry here. And that's not going to help as Bidster goes massively over the curb. Will goes dancing with the wall. We look at the rest in the lead, so Red Bull now pulling away a little bit from Techno, who's got Neil and Woo-Woo all over the back of him. Techno feeling the pressure here in the Mazda. Bidster on the back of Will, pushing hard. You can safely say everyone's pushing hard in this one. Absolutely brilliant this race so far as Woo-Woo right on the back of Neil Farmack, just trying to intimidate, trying to put, or just trying to put the BMW badge on the back of that Scirocco as Will has a massive slide and Neil goes up the inside of Techno. Techno leaves the door up. Oh, Red Bull spun! Red Bull spun from the lead, round he goes. Red Bull spun, and that's going to drop him right down the order now. And Neil Farmack then finds himself in the lead. Gets past Techno, finds himself in the lead. The Rocket Scirocco leads the way here at Nürburgring with Techno in 2nd in the Mazda. Woo-Woo 3rd, BMW. The 2nd Mazda of Will in 4th. So it looks like the Mazdas are going well here. Bidster's right on the back of him though, pressuring him all the way as Neil Farmack goes wide on the grass. You don't want to do that too much, Neil. That's not going to help us. Seat 1 trying to keep up with these boys here, but looks like the Evo's not quite the match for the rest of the cars on here. So further back, we've got Domingo and Jamo. They've actually pulled a bit of a gap now on Blake, Stevie and Red Bull. Looks like they've all made little mistakes there. Red Bull now obviously rejoining on the back of Stevie there. back to the leading bunch, through the mini carousel now. The little mini carousel there. Very easy to hop out of it and lose control, but luckily everyone doing well here so far. Through the last corner onto the straight. Oh, Woo Woo's off on the grass. He's sideways and Bidster has to avoid him. Bidster could not go anywhere there. He tried to go up on the grass and avoid him, but Woo Woo finds himself spinning out of contention. Domingo goes through and Jammer will go through as well. He'll try and get on the back of this bunch. And Stevie Blake and Red Bull all together as well. So plenty of drama there on this first lap then. And we're coming towards the end of the first lap now, down the straight. At the end of the straight, a little complex, and then we're starting the last lap of this race, because we're already 8.5 minutes into this race. So definitely 2 laps then. Neil Farmack, and that Schrocker's got some good speed on it, and that Mazda's trying to keep with him. There's Seat 1 and Bidster together, the Peugeot and the Evo. It looks like the Peugeot's topped out. A lot of the cars topping out here. There goes Neil, Techno, Will. So the Mazda's doing very well here, second and third so far. There's Seek and Bidster. Here's Jamo and Domingo. They couldn't pass each other either. And everyone else here, the Evos have been eaten alive. The BMWs are making up places on the straights. There goes Blake. Stevie has a massive moment on the curb on the way out. Across the line, onto the last lap of the race then. Into turn 1. Will goes up the inside of Techno. So was that a little team decision there? It might have been, because Techno's not really bothered to fight back, so he's going to let Will try and challenge Neil for the lead. Clearly feels like Neil's got the pace as Bidster. Will spins his way out of turn 1 with Seat 1 trying to pressurise him from behind. There's Domingo and Jamo, and here's everyone else blatantly on the inside of Woo Woo into the little hairpin, and now that opens the door for his teammate. The 2 Greg's Lexuses sandwiching the Red Bull BMW, and the 2 Lexuses go through. Rodder's trying to get through on Woo Woo, but now Woo Woo gets a good run out of the corner on the super soft tyres. They're all on super soft tyres actually, so my mistake there. Blake goes a bit wide there, we're all good. Let's go back to the leaders. So Neil Farmack in the lead of this race then at Nürburgring 24 hours. Will in second place. Techno in third, so VW, Mazda. Then we've got Peugeot in fourth with the RCZ of Bidster with Seat 1 in the Evo. Right behind him, challenging him on the outside. Bidster defending the inside. You can see the weight difference there. Seat 1's got 4th place weight on. Bidster's got 2nd place weight on. He's trying to hold on around the outside, and there's contact as you go through the corner into the right-hander. Seat 1's on the inside now, and he should get the position. And Bidster goes down to 5th place, but he'll try and fight back, but I don't think it'll be possible. Red Bull 8th. Stevie 9th. Then we've got Blake and Woo Woo together as well there, side by side, but we're going to go back to Bidster and Seat 1 side by side again into the chicane, but Bidster holds on and he gets the place back from Seat 1 there, and into the Nordschleife now, off the GP circuit onto the Nordschleife. There's Domingo with Jamo right behind him. Still Domingo holding off Jamo in this race. Good racing by Domingo so far in this one. Jamo, whoa, closing up in the braking zone. Definitely got the confidence on the brakes, but he had to stop there and avoid Domingo because he was going to catch up and hit him. But Red Bull now on the back of this group, trying to get back a few places here. There's Stevie, Blake, and Woo Woo still in a Greg sandwich. So really acting as the fill-in. Oh, Blake missed his braking point completely and just wipes Stevie straight out. And he's continuing, he's not stopping, so that is definitely not on there. And it looks like he's going to have to let him through. That is just not on that. That is, I know it might have been a mistake, but you can't just knock someone off like that and keep going. But he's keeping going. So that'll definitely be investigated after the race. So I don't think Blake will be keeping that 9th place if he stays there. Because that was a very, very hard push to pass that. That was completely not on. But yeah, Blake going back to his old self on Project Cars 2 when he first started with us, so not good. And Stevie will be absolutely seeing red mist and everything now. He'll be wanting to get past Woo Woo so he can have a stab at Blake himself. He's having a try. There's Neil Farmack and Will, and they're still together. Will's closed up on Neil Farmack here, so we could have a good battle for the lead. Developing. Oh, Seat 1's off at the hairpin. I thought I saw something happen. Seat 1's off at the hairpin, and here comes Domingo, Jamo, and Red Bull. They're going to have the momentum down the hill. Domingo goes to the right, Jamo goes to the right. They're all in a train. They're all going to go past Red Bull, trying to get through past Jamo as well on the outside. Back to the rest. Blake and Woo Woo together. Seat 1 and Stevie did not get past yet. Sorry about all the switching between the cameras, guys. It's just I don't know where to look in this race. There's battles everywhere. It's incredible. I thought with this track they'd be quite strung out because it's a really good driver's track. It's not really the best to race on, but absolutely incredible. As Red Bull goes off onto the grass, just gets too much power on, finds himself on the grass, and Seat 1 now trying to get past in the Evo. And he's got a bit of weight on as well, so he has got through. He's got through. Neil Farmack under pressure still from Will at the front, but that Rocket Scirocco holding on to its lead so far and doing a cracking job. Front tyres starting to wear a little bit on the Scirocco, but again, that's what you expect from front wheel drive, but all looking good so far. There's Techno still following his teammate, still quite happy in third. Bids is in fourth on his own now, so Bids is on his own in fourth. We've got Jamo in fifth then, with Seat 1 right behind him, the Subaru versus Evo versus BMW, and Domingo losing touch with these boys now. We've got Blake and Woo Woo together, Woo Woo on the inside into the technical bit. Blake has to brake very late and he goes wide on the exit. Woo Woo will get a good run out the corner. Stevie trying to catch up with these boys, but no way through. But again, that incident earlier, Blake will be definitely under investigation for that. So if he doesn't let Stevie through before the end, then there's going to be a definite problem there. There's Neil. Will's lost touch with Neil Farmack. He's gone wide. He's lost it somewhere. We can't really see where that is. It's onto the actual, onto the uphill section of track. Remember, all these guys have not got weight on, but the Scirocco is no slouch in a straight line. So this is Neil's chance to pull away and do what he can do, because he's actually out of Will's now out of drafting range, and it's Mazda versus Mazda for second place now. Unless they work together and try and close up to the Scirocco together, which they might actually be doing, because it looks like Techno's actually pushing Will along. So you've got to try and do something about that Scirocco, but again, Neil's got the gap now, so he can just try and keep that gap consistent. No mistakes from Neil, and he should have this. And meanwhile, Domingo and Red Bull are side by side on the uphill section, up towards the hairpin at the top end, and Domingo holds on to fifth place so far. Domingo's on. Actually, no, Domingo's got through to fifth place. He was near the back of this bunch, but he's now in fifth. Red Bull putting the pressure on into the hairpin. Can he find a way through? No. He's having a little look, but there is no way through. The TT holds its ground. Red Bull gets a good run out the corner, going side by side towards the carousel. One of you is going to have to give, because otherwise the one will be on the outside. And Red Bull has to give way, and then they all have to go into the carousel, because if you're not in that carousel, you are going to go backwards, because it literally, if you're not in that carousel with the camber, then you probably lose a good couple of seconds going around that corner on the outside, which you do not want. There's Neil Farmack, Rocket, Scirocco in the lead. Will and Techno still battling out for second place. Looks like they're choosing to battle between themselves now, rather than catch up to Neil. As Techno makes a mistake there, that's going to lose him time, and Will have a little gap now to play with. And Big in fourth, Domingo fifth, Red Bull sixth, right behind him, putting the pressure on. Front wheel drive versus rear wheel drive versus four wheel drive of the Subaru and the Evo, all together, very evenly matched. Go over the top, over the rise, down into the compression. This is where the rear wheel drive will be a lot better than the front wheel drive here, and you can see that because Red Bull's right on the back of him here. And the reason why that is because the rear wheel drive is just a lot more balanced through these off camber corners, and it's just, all you can see there is right on the back of him. Doesn't make a mistake this time around that corner, and Woo Woo's back in ninth, so you can see the pack ahead, but he can't do anything about catching him. And Domingo's doing a brilliant job of defending here, and also the track's helping out as well, because it is hard to overtake around the 24-hour track, around the Nordschleife. It is very hard to overtake, because you can see it's very, very narrow. You can only just get two cars side by side, so we'll be very careful. As Red Bull has another look at Domingo down into the compression. Fastest bit of the track, the corners. This really fast section. Red Bull's having a look. Still no way through. Neil Farmack is coming out onto the straight. Sorry about the sniffles, guys. Just a bit of hay fever. Techno's off onto the grass, and that's going to, yep, he'll not catch his teammate now. Will's going to be well and truly long gone now, so it looks like the top three is cemented. Bids is in fourth, so top four probably, but Domingo's still got Red Bull behind him. Jamo's backed off a little bit, probably a little mistake through the mini carousel there. And he's having a look down the inside. He's got to wait for the straight now and rely on the straight line speed of the B. Anything about the TT, but the TT will be a fast car on the straight. Drafting down to the start finish then. Still together. There is Jamo, Seek and Woo Woo. This is Woo Woo's chance in the BMW. Into 7th gear in the BMW. 7 gears in that car. He looks like he's got some good top end range left as well. He's catching up to seat 1 and Jamo here. This could be a good finish. But meanwhile, Neil Farmack comes out of the last corner and he's going to take victory here at Nürburgring 24 hours. Race 1 goes to Neil Farmack. Well done to Neil Farmack. Incredible win there. Takes the checkered flag with Will taking a very good second place in the Mazda. Well done to Will. His season picks up a little bit there. Techno into 3rd place. Well done to Techno. 4th to Bids, and looks like a good lap on the last lap as well. That was on medium tyres as well, so watch out for him on the super softs later on. Domingo holds on to 5th place as we go out of the last bit. Domingo 5th, Red Bull 6th, Jamo 7th, Seat 1 8th, Woo Woo back in 9th. We've got Rodders finishing in 10th, with Stevie in 11th, and Blake's gone down to 12th, so I don't know whether we let him through or not, but we'll have to see later on, or it could have been a mistake. Firepower in 13th. And then it's going to be Steve Paramore back in 14th. He's still on the straight. And we've got Thundercats, who's going to finish in 15th place. So that was race 1, guys. We are now going to take you to the replays of the race, followed by the results. And now let's take you to the replays from race 1 from Nürburgring. Okay, here's the first of the replays then, looking at Domingo and Stevie on lap 1. Into the fast left-hander, into the right, got a brake as we turn, brake, and Domingo goes down the inside, and up on the curb, and bang, hits Stevie into the gravel and goes round himself, and then immediately tries to stop to let Stevie go through, but then Jamo's right behind him, and then they continue down the hill, so Domingo there just getting a bit enthusiastic there and knocking Stevie wide. And now here's a replay on board with Neil Farmack going down to the tight right-hander that leads uphill towards the carousel. So watch Woo and Bits ahead, the side-by-side. Bits has got alongside, up the hill, and then they go on the inside. Bits hits the curb, goes understeers into Woo. There's contact between the two cars. Bits then tucks in behind Woo, but then look, Neil Farmack gets a brilliant run with both cars slowing each other down. And he's now on the outside of both cars. The Techno then gets a good run on Red Bull ahead, but can't quite do it. But Neil goes around the outside of both cars and takes 3rd. Good move there. And now here's another replay on the first lap in the carousel. Watch Rodders there. Goes around the carousel, gets on the power too early, slides and drifts in the carousel. He did very well to not fully spin round there. And a good recovery from Rodders, but unlucky to make the mistake in the first place. And he finds himself now down in 12th. And here's some little mistakes from Stevie, so he goes wide into that section there, which leads him onto the curb. Then watch this next bit, he goes wide onto the grass, onto the curb, and luckily he's got 4-wheel drive, so he keeps going, but then it gets worse at the next corner. Because he goes round this section, it's okay, then this next major corner here, so he goes wide onto the grass, too much speed, and then goes sideways onto the grass on the other side of the road, and Blake then finds himself going through back into 10th place. And now here's an onboard from Neil Farmack with some action in the complex section. So we see here Techno's runs a bit wide. You see there Neil gets a good run on the inside, and then now he's on the inside of him and he's got through, and watch Red Bull ahead. He goes wide onto the gravel, spins round in front of everyone, but everyone keeps the nerve, they keep the foot in it. Woo Woo's trying to get through as well. Now we're on the outside of Techno and we carry the speed around the outside, and a fantastic move for Neil Farmack, which sees him take the lead of the race. Now here's a replay of the Woo Bidster and Seek incident on the last corner onto the straight. See Woo there goes wide, too much speeding onto the grass, and he's losing the car. Bidster goes as far to the inside as he can, but can't avoid contact. And Woo just, well, he couldn't really help the spin, and Bidster couldn't really avoid, and Seek 1 and Bidster looking to get away with that. And now here's another angle of that on board with Will. So we're going up the hill. And there goes Woo Woo, he goes off onto the grass, and now we look back, watch, he spins the car, Bidster he moves across, but again can't avoid the contact, and Woo ends up spinning himself round. And now here's a replay of some action into turn 1 on the second lap, so we're going down towards turn 1. See Red Bull's on the inside of Blake Airport on just defensive position. Stevie comes out of nowhere, and a little bit of contact there with Blake as he goes through, and then Woo Woo goes for the cutback, but the Lexus is in the way, and that allows Rodders to have a go and try and get past Woo Woo as well. And now here's a replay on board with Woo Woo, and watch Blake and Stevie in front. Watch Blake, the Lexus. He just goes in, doesn't even brake, and then bang! Uses Stevie as a brake really, and then goes around the corner. Stevie's like, what the hell just happened there? And then Blake just runs away and takes advantage in 9th. Now here's a replay of some action with Seat 1 and Bidster. This is how Seat 1 ended up taking himself out of the race. We go into the fast left-hander up here, very, very fast left-hander. Bidster's now defending, he's gone wide to the outside, and then he sort of comes back across, but then Seat 1's already there, and that is just the nature of the Nürburgring Nordschleife. It's very hard to get two cars side by side, and Bidster was going that wide that the trajectory of the car was always going to come back across, and Seat 1 just put himself in the wrong place at the wrong time. Unfortunately, a little incident there, but then they both keep going. But Seat 1 then finds himself now right at the back of this Domingo Jamo Red Bull battle. Here's a quick replay of how Domingo fell back down the order. Then he goes wide into the left-hander onto the grass, and then luckily rejoins safely, keeps to one side, and Seat 1 and Red Bull all go through. He tries to outbrake Red Bull, but can't quite do it, and that's how Domingo went down to 8th. Here's a replay of Seat 1 and Jamo. They had an incident on the second lap, and then bang! See there, Seat 1 hits Jamo right up the backside, and it knocks him off. Then he slows down. Red Bull then hits him up the back because Seat slowed down straight away, and he does let Jamo go back through, but a bit clumsy there by Seat 1. Now here's a replay of something else that happened on the last lap. So we've got Blake Edwards carrying too much speed into the right-hander, onto the gravel, whoa, and almost loses it in front of Stevie again, and then goes back down to 12th. Here's a replay of something quite weird and funny on the last lap. Looking the two Mazdas battling at it, going down to the end of the straight. Got a brake while turning here, but watch here, they leave it both too late, they're both coming way too hot, and Will and Techno both hit the wall at the same time. Both luckily somehow do not spin the cars, but then they both do take second and third. Incredible funny finish. So we come back from the replays, and now we go to the results. So it is Neil Farmack who wins the race. Well done to Neil Farmack, a brilliant win ahead of Will in second place, and then it is Techno in third in the Attenders, so 2 and 3 for them. Bidster in fourth in the Peugeot. Then we've got Domingo fifth in the TT, good position for the TT. Red Bull in the BMW in sixth. Jamo in the WRX in 7th, Seat 1 in the Evo in 8th, Woo Woo in the M4 in 9th, 10th is Rodders in the Lexus, then with the Evo of Stevie in 11th, Blake is 12th in the RCF, and we haven't got another page, guys, but I can tell you it is Firepower next in 13th, 14th is Steve Paramore, and 15th is Thundercats. Neil Farmack fastest lap at 8:46.1. So as we come back from that then, there is your winner, Neil Farmack. Absolutely brilliant race for Neil Farmack there. Worked his way through from 5th or 6th position, and a really good race there for him. So we will see you all next time for race 2 here around Nürburgring 24 for more action. We will see you then. Take care. Thank you all for watching race 1 there from Nürburgring 24 Hours. Hope you all enjoyed that one. Don't forget to like and subscribe to LPB Racing as well. It really does help out our channel, guys. And next time it's going to be race 2 from Nürburgring 24 Hours. And as you can see, the kitty litter is about to start flying, and also we've got spinning pasties. We'll see you then.